Today I'm going to show you how to replace the tube leading to the bottom outlet of the heater core. That's this tube right here. For me, it was leaking down, I think, to this transmission right here, and I was slowly getting low coolant warnings in my car. And so this is not easy because one end is attached to the block right here, very tight fit, and I'll show you a little trick to get it out. And then the other end is pretty much underneath the battery right here, underneath the battery. So you're gonna have to take out the entire battery case and access the heater core in that way. Before I go into the car, I'll let you know this is the old part right here, and there are a few things to note. So as I was saying, don't mind that I sawed off the little outlet right here. I was experimenting. It was taking me a heck of a lot of time to try to figure out how to get the tube off. But basically what you're gonna have to do is, you see this brown tabs right here? I'm gonna show you this brown tab attached to the block, sorry. You're gonna have to press it open in order to pull it out of the block. And then on the other side, you have this connector. And I popped off the spring, so I can't show you on this. So I'll show you something equivalent from the upper heater core hose. You'll see there's a spring attached to this right here. And let me get a small screwdriver to show you. If I can find my small screwdriver right here. Here we go. In order for you to disconnect the hose from the heater core, you need to find the placement of these spring clips, wedge a very small screwdriver underneath, and pry up. So let me pull up right here. I'm shooting with one hand, so a little hard for me to show you, but I basically found the opening, stuck the screwdriver in, pulled up really hard, and there it goes. It pulls out. And what happens is, when they're attached to the heater core, they could be very stubborn in trying to get out. So if you pull and it doesn't work, try to get a sizable flathead screwdriver that's pretty wide, wedge in between here and the outlet, and while you're pulling, try to use a screwdriver and twist, so that it's also helping push the hose out, and give it a good tug, and eventually it'll come off of the heater core. The hard part is, though, as I'll show you right here, is getting this piece off the block. So first off, in this area, in order to access the end that connects to the heater core, you pretty much have to take out the battery. So I'm not going to go through the instructions on how to take out the battery, but you have to take off the cover here. You're going to have to unhook the battery. There is a cover right here, like this, like so. You have to take out that cover. Then there is a little bracket that holds down the battery, like this. Like this, and you have to undo that bracket, and from there, that's when you can finally take out the entire battery and take out the any of the covers surrounding it. You'll see this is the entire holder for the battery. There are 4 bolts right here that you have to undo and take it all off, and then you can have access to your heater core. And so if you look right here, it's attached, the hose that was leaking is attached to this upper outlet, and then there's the lower hose. Because I'm here changing the hose anyway, although the lower hose was fine, I'm gonna change it because I don't want to have to do this again. And so what happens is this hose is wedged deep into here, and there's no way for you to clamp those purple tabs. So what ended up working is that once I unhooked this end, I'm able to turn the hose this way, basically. So you're turning it this way so that the tabs are exposed so that it's at the top and bottom positions. So once you have it like this in the top and bottom positions, now you'll have to use one of these tools. This is my angled plier, 11-inch, and basically you have to go from the side, pry it open, and go in and clamp on those two purple tabs. Once you clamp it, it's pretty easy. It just pulls right out. I'm not sure, depending on how old your car is, how much coolant has leaked and kind of solidified, it might give a little bit of effort, but it shouldn't be too hard. I found it pretty easy to pull out. Just note that when you're disconnecting this coolant hose from this outlet, just pull up very gently. You have to press down on this green tab right here. I found that I had to put a screw on the other end just to press it down. And sorry for the blurriness, a screwdriver right here. While pressing down on this, push it really hard and pull straight up. Make sure to pull straight up, otherwise you'll break, you might break this connector. So that's that. So once you have those two out, you disconnect. Of course, you want to disconnect the lower radiator, the lower heater core hose, and attach your new ones. And then, of course, once you have it all attached, put your battery back in, put your air box back in, and start filling in your coolant.